Hello, everybody. Welcome. Excited to be here with you tonight. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy, and we are going to have some fun tonight. Tonight's topic is how to slay your Xyngular business in less than an hour a day. And we're going to have some fun with this. I know maybe some of you have seen me teach on this topic. Maybe you haven't, but I'm very excited to share with you tonight how to use Teamzy to build an incredible business and spend less than an hour a day doing it. So one of the things that you're going to learn tonight as I show you kind of how Teamzy works is that it is designed to help you be incredibly efficient with your time, right? It doesn't do things for you, but it helps you do things incredibly well. The other thing that we want to talk about tonight is the fact that what Teamzy is really designed to do is to help you do the most important things to building a successful business, and that's building authentic relationships. Am I focused here? Let me just see here. That's better. Building authentic relationships. So tonight I'm also going to teach you, in addition to showing you how Teamzy works, I'm going to teach you some of the philosophy of relationship marketing, which is the system Teamzy is based on. I want you guys to understand kind of the approach, because we truly believe that you can build an incredible, consistent, sustainable business that helps you avoid burnout and brings joy into your life, and that is based upon serving others and not doing any of the disingenuous, weird, shady stuff that's out in our industry. Make sense? And I think that's why so many people are attracted to the kind of the Teamzy approach. So we're going to just dive in. I also want you to know that at the end of this training tonight, I will hold an open Q&A. So if you have questions and you want to hang to the end with them, feel free to put them in the Q&A queue at any point in this call. I will be happy to answer them all. Also, I am recording tonight as well. So if for whatever reason you drop out or anything, we will send out the recording in the next couple of days. All right, so let's go ahead and get going with this presentation. How to slay your Xyngular business in less than an hour a day. I kind of like the idea of slaying the business like a dragon, but I want you guys to know it's not all hardcore. It's mostly fun. Okay, so just a little backstory on me. Again, as I mentioned, my name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. My background is actually not in direct sales. My background is in business coaching and development. I've been a professional business coach 19 years. 19 years I've been teaching people how to build a business based on authentic relationships, creating a system of contact so that nobody falls through the cracks, so that you can be seen as the consummate professional, and so that you can convert 80% more leads than other people. Wow, cool, right? So kind of what happened with me was about 5 years ago, I fell into direct sales by accident, and I found some products that I really liked. I took a look at the business opportunity and I thought, wow, this is a great way to create another stream of income, right? I bet a bunch of you guys can agree with me on that. The challenge that I had was that I couldn't figure out when I would build the business. I didn't have any time. And I know some of you guys can relate to this. I've got 4 kids and an amazing wife. Here's my family here. I'm incredibly blessed to have these people in my life. At the time, I was working full-time on my career. And so I already felt like I didn't have enough time to see my kids or my wife, much less start another business on the side. Can you guys relate to that? But I started thinking about it and I thought, you know, what I love about direct sales is it was an opportunity to create independence from working for somebody else, which was a big issue for me. I was laid off during the Great Recession of 2009. At the top of my career, I was laid off, and it was a very disheartening feeling. And I'm sure some of you guys went through that too. To be laid off kind of at your peak, it's like, man, it doesn't matter how good I am at my job. As long as I work for somebody else, it could disappear overnight, right? So I started really taking a look at the direct sales opportunity. And I figured, you know what, if I could squeeze 1 hour a day out of my schedule to really focus on this, maybe I could make it happen. So I was like, no problem. I just need to find the right tools to leverage that 1 hour so I can be efficient with it. Are you guys with me? You know where this is going, right? So I started looking for tools. Surely in an industry as large as direct sales, there must be amazing tools. There wasn't. So I built them with the help. I put together a team of amazing people, smarter than me, and we built Teamzy. And I figured if I needed it, other people needed it too. And I think I was right, because in just over 4 years, it says under 4 years, but it's just over 4 years now. We just turned 4 in January. In just over 4 years, we've had more than 100,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which to me is humbling and kind of amazing. You know, we started this up. It literally started in a Panera Bread restaurant, not on a napkin. It was a notebook that it was sketched on. Just an idea. Hey, do you guys think we could build this type thing? And in 4 years, 100,000 people have used it. Here I am talking to Xyngular. You know, 6 weeks ago, we didn't have anybody in Xyngular using Teamzy. Can you believe that? And how, you know, here you are. Here you are. You guys are adopting Teamzy so quickly, and this is how it spreads. It spreads by love and by word of mouth from one leader to another. Try this out. So thank you guys for giving us a try. And just to kind of give you an idea as far as results that people are getting with Teamzy, our active users, they're averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Not bad. How many of you guys would like to be average? Yeah, that could be you too. You just got to get consistent using Teamzy. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it tonight. Don't worry. It's really easy to use. All right, so let's jump into the topic tonight. I wanted to teach you a little bit about relationship marketing. Relationship marketing. What is relationship marketing? Some of you have heard this term. It's kind of a buzzword right now. It's funny, when I started coaching almost 20 years ago, nobody knew what that was. Now everyone's a coach, right? Same thing with relationship marketing. Nobody knew what this was. Now it's a buzzword. But here's the thing. Let me demystify this for you, because relationship marketing, it's not just selling things to your friends or trying to take advantage of a relationship to sell products. Relationship marketing, first and foremost, it's a philosophy of doing business that puts relationships and people ahead of sales and products. Okay, it's a philosophy of doing business that puts relationships and people ahead of sales and products. Why does our industry have a bad reputation? Because so many people have put the sale ahead of their friendship. We're flipping that back. The relationship's more important. As long as you can keep your focus there, you're going to win. The second piece is, this is not some abstract feel-good concept. Relationship marketing is a proven system that we follow, always knowing what to do next. Okay, a proven system that we follow, always knowing what to do next. How many of you just want to know what to do next? Yeah. Some of you have a good idea what to do next, but you're not sure how to duplicate that with your team. Well, here's a system that everybody can just follow along. Make sense? Again, relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. Okay, that's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. That's a mouthful, isn't it? But here's why it's so important. See, marketing and selling Xyngular's great line of products is not actually your business. You are that might be the function of your business, but you are the owners of your business, which means that your business is actually to generate leads. You're in the lead generation business. And this is a mindset shift I want you guys to have, because as the owner of a business, your first job is to figure out which lead generation system we're going to use in my business. Which one is congruent with who I am? How do I want to build my business? Does this make sense? But here's the cool thing about relationship marketing. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Okay, developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. In other words, you're in the lead generation business so that you can build relationships with people. Okay? And so I want you to change the way you think about your business. You're not running around trying to find customers and trying to find new recruits to your team. You're running around trying to find new people to build relationships with. Okay? Why is that so important? Because we turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. This is the key to growing a business with joy and avoiding burnout. You build an army of advocates. Let me just kind of give you 10 seconds of explanation on this. Traditionally in this business, we are taught, make a list, hammer the list, right? Here, take a look at this, 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 take a look at this. And you know, they tell you, most people are going to say no. Don't worry about the rejection. Every no gets you closer to a yes. Am I right? And what happens to the no's? You throw them away like dead bodies over your shoulder. Keep moving forward. Keep chugging forward, Eric. Don't lose heart. You're going to get some yeses. First of all, that's not congruent with who I am. How many of you guys agree with that? It's not congruent with who you are. Or you tried it and it didn't feel right. Here's what we do with relationship marketing. What we do is we focus on building relationships. All those people who are no's, they could still be advocates for you. They're people who know what you solve, they know you do it lovingly and expertly, and they tell their friends who need your solution that they should talk to you. The difference between relationship marketing and every other approach is we don't throw any relationships away unless they're total jerks, which there's only a few of those in your life. Trust me, you don't have that many. Every single person I talk to could be a customer, they could be a team member, but they for sure will know what I do and why I do it, and they're going to tell people to come see me about it if this is done right. Make sense? And I'm going to kind of explain to you how we do that as we go tonight. But it's important to understand you're in the relationship building business so that you can build advocates. Okay, next principle. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work. It's not going to work. Everything that you do in this approach is based on building trust, on being genuine, on being who you are, not trying to pretend you're something else. But here's the good news. Trust makes the work fun, because when somebody trusts you even just a little bit, you get right to helping them. You don't have to sell them. You don't have to do any convincing. How many of you don't want to be you don't see yourselves as salespeople? When you build trust, you don't have to sell. You can help. Also, trust takes the ickiness out of the sales process. No more feeling like an icky salesperson. No more coming across like an icky salesperson, or not even having to worry about that. Make sense? And you get to go for yes. See, no's don't get us closer to yeses. They're just no's. But when we're building relationships, it does get us closer to yeses. Pretty cool. All right, so how do you build trust? Now, before I show you Teamzy and how we actually work through these principles in our daily power hour, let me just explain to you some of the principles on building trust. There's 4 essential ingredients to building trust, okay? Here they are. I'll give them to you quickly, and then we'll break them out. Make sure you guys are taking notes. I know I'm going through this quickly. If I get too fast for you, just take screen grabs of the screens so you get them. The first ingredient for building trust is chemistry. Chemistry. Number 2 is character. Okay, character. Number 3 is competence. Okay, number 3 is competence, and number 4 is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. All right, you guys got those? All right, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you that can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Look, I'm not gonna, this one's probably pretty obvious. Nobody wants to do business with someone they don't like, right? Everybody would prefer to do business with a friend. So find out what you have in common with people. Ask some questions. We have something in common with everybody, right? And once you can make a connection with somebody, then you have a better chance of building trust with them. Make sense? Real simple. Number 2, character. Character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. Okay, 2 pieces to that. Make sure you get this definition down. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. I want you guys to understand that you don't actually have character. I know we think of it as I have character. No, you don't have character. Character is an action you take. It's something that you do. You need to do character every day. Your character for your looking back on your life, great. Your character moving forward is all that matters. What are you doing today to demonstrate care for other people? How are you being relatable to people as you're trying to share your story and your journey with your Xyngular business? And I want you guys to understand that people, and you guys would probably all agree with me, if I could see your faces, you'd raise your hands for me. People want to do business with someone they feel has good character, right? And so this is more than just how you take care of your customers and how you respond and how you follow through. This is also how you show up on a daily basis, how you drive your car in traffic, how everything that you do in your life 24/7 is building the character and people are watching you. Are you with me? I'm going to go post on Instagram. I'm going to go post on Facebook. Great. Is this post going to demonstrate care for other people? Is this something other people can relate to? Think it through. Make sense? Number 3 is competence. Competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. 2 pieces to this. The first is, do you know about your products? Do you know about the systems you offer? Can you help me if I want to be your customer? Are you competent? Right? Let's say I need, I go to the doctor. I have not a good visit. He says, you're in trouble, Eric. You need to lose 30 pounds as quickly as you can, or you're in a major risk of having a stroke. Great. In that situation, do you think you could help me? Could you help me put together a plan that could help me lose some weight? How many of you are competent enough to do that? That you could earn my trust where I could be your customer? That's the first piece, right? And if you're brand new, you might not have the competence yet. You may need to build that over time. The second piece is, do I trust you to mentor me in the business? Do I believe you can help me be successful in my business? Are you the business person on top of understanding the products? There's two pieces to it, right? Do you understand the business model, et cetera, et cetera? Now, look, in the beginning, you won't have the competence. You have to be on a mission to build it, to get it, to gain it, to learn it, to practice it, okay? So this is very important because we're talking about building trust. Everything depends on trust. So if you've ever heard the term fake it till you make it, I want you guys to throw that term out and do not fake competence, okay? When you're new, demonstrate that you're on the journey. Hey, I learned this today. Did you know this? Oh, look what I learned today. But I want you guys to sell the competence of your team, your upline. Hey, this is amazing. This is my mentor. She's incredible. She knows everything about this stuff. She's helping me lose weight. Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much from her. I'm learning about the business from this team. So you start talking to people about the incredible people you're connected to. You build the competence of your team because new people can lean into them with you. Make sense? And over time, you'll develop that same competence. Leaders, make sure that your new people are leaning into your competence and not pretending they have something they don't. Look, you're going to friends and family to talk to them about Xyngular. They've seen you with your pants on backwards. It's going to take a while to build up that competence with them. Make sense? Okay. So the first three ingredients: chemistry, character, competence. There's a principle behind these. I'll share it with you quickly. Then we'll go to number 4, and this is the principle. When somebody wants to do business with you, they really only care about these 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Now, people may not ask these questions out loud, but they feel them in their heart. Okay? And often, if they don't know the answer to these, they'll raise objections. That's okay. Overcome those objections and build the relationship. Over time, when they feel the answer to all 3 of these is yes, you have an advocate. An advocate will bring multiple people a year to your business. Okay? They may not join you, but they will bring people to you. They might join you too. Okay? And when people feel like the answer is no to one of these, you've lost them. Does this make sense? So we've got to be building trust. Okay, number 4, let's get to number 4, consistency. What do you guys think? Is it important to be consistent if you want people to trust you? Absolutely. And a minute ago, I joked about how your friends and family have seen you with your pants on backwards. When you're new in the business, people will not trust you until they see you being consistent for some time. Does this make sense? I mean, some people will trust you no matter what. I had people in my business that said, you know, here's my credit card. Just order whatever you think I need. I want to support you, which is great. But other people they waited to see me be there 6 months later. Are they still being consistent? Consistency is huge for building trust. I love this principle about consistency, though. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. This means that people not only trust you when you're consistent, but they actually admire it. They want to be around it. Consistency actually builds you customers, but it also attracts people to your team, right? They want to be in this environment of other people striving and working towards something else. How many of you have been told by friends or acquaintances that you're an inspiring person, that they find you inspiring to them? Have you wondered what it is about you that makes you an inspiration, right? It's your consistency. Think about it. That's what they see. They see you making choices and doing things consistently that aren't easy to do, and they admire it. You guys need to understand how important this is. Now, really quick, and if we were on a regular call, I could see your faces. You guys have a little button that lets you raise hands, though, if you want to do it. I know that most of you guys are consistent with using your products, right? How many of you guys are consistent Xyngular users? You're living it, using it. Hopefully everybody, right? I should see everybody raise their hands. All right, now take those down and let me ask you the next one. How many of you are consistent on social media? You share on social media. People know that you're on this journey. You're sharing what you're learning, right? You're bringing value to people on social media. Awesome. Awesome. I actually see the little hands raising all across my screen, which is really cool. So the real question, the real checkup from the neck up, though, is on the screen right now. Are you as consistent with your relationships? Are you as consistent with your relationships? Okay. And then I just asked, like, for example, are you as consistent about staying in touch with people as you are about posting on social media? It's huge. The thing is social media has made it so easy to build this business, but it's also made us forget sometimes how to connect, right? How to connect. You need to understand that relationship building is a contact sport. You've got to be in regular contact with people if you want a relationship. That's the simple formula. Got to be in regular contact. I know your time is scarce. Of course, I'm going to show you Teamzy. Guys, this is going to make you so incredibly efficient with your time. You're going to be able to manage a massive amount of relationships with Teamzy. It's going to be awesome. I'll show you in a second, but I want to share this big principle first. Here it is. Make sure you write this down. If you didn't write anything else down, that's okay. Write this down. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Okay, just really quick. Let me just give you guys a quick example on this, and then we'll take a look at Teamzy. Okay. How many of you, if you've got your hand raised, take it down for a second. How many of you have ever received an amazing card or letter from somebody that you love, and it had a handwritten note inside? And when you read that note, oh my gosh, just touched your heart. How many of you guys have ever received one of those? All the hands are going up, hopefully. And I always say, look, if you've never received one of these, if you've never received a card like that, put your address and name in the chat so we can all write you a card. We should all have cards like that. How many of you still have those cards? You've kept them. Can't throw them away. You've got a special stash somewhere with a pile of these special cards and letters that you've saved. Everybody does this, right? Everybody does this. Okay. This is an important example because I want you guys to really feel this principle. This is an example of a happy birthday postcard that I received from my life insurance representative. How many of you have ever received a postcard for a birthday or any other anniversary or something like this from a business or somebody that you know? Yeah, we all get these. The question is, does this go into your special place? Is this saved forever? No, this gets thrown away right away, doesn't it? In fact, I don't know if you're like me, but I live in Southern California and we pretty much enter the home through the garage. How many of you guys drive into your garage? That's how you go into your home. And so next to where I park the car is a recycling bin. So most of the junk mail gets recycled before it even makes it into the house. This probably wouldn't make this into the house, right? But I have to keep it to make fun of it on this call with you guys. But let's just talk about this. Why is this not saved? Why is this not going to be the thing that my son keeps after I'm gone to remember me by? Well, let's look at the principle. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. This required no time, so it has no value. There was no time invested in this, has no value. It's not personal. It's not a personal connection. Look, it looks like handwriting, but it's just printed. It doesn't even have my name on it. It's like to you, hey you type thing. It's impersonal. It requires no time. We don't value it. You want to build a relationship, you got to connect personally and invest time. Now, look, this is important because I'm going to show you how easy it is with Teamzy. Teamzy makes it so you can literally invest seconds, but people feel like it's a large investment of time. They feel like you're really investing in them, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But this is important because so many times in business, we are seduced by the concept of automated marketing. Oh my gosh, it's automatic. You don't have to do anything. People ask me all the time, can Teamzy just send out the messages for me and I don't have to do anything? Here's what I want you guys to understand. Any sort of automated marketing feels like this. No personal connection, no investment of time, no value. This business is built person to person, one caring heart to another, right? You just need a system to help you stay on top of it and do it efficiently, right? I'm going to show you that system in a second. And just getting to my last slide here before we jump into Teamzy, just so you guys really get it, make sure somebody had asked they didn't see this slide, so get it right now. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Okay, you got that? This is great, right? How many of you guys resonate with my philosophy, with this approach of doing business? Awesome. But here's the thing. It's more than the philosophy. You need a system. Otherwise, it's like drinking water with your hands. Yeah, you can quench your thirst, but it's exhausting, isn't it? And you waste a lot. You need a system that will enable you to stay in contact with all your relationships. Know when you're going to contact them. So you don't have to think about it or plan or wonder. Just know who, right? Know what you're going to say. So you don't stare at your screen all day going, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to this person, and get nothing done. You need a system that just helps you know what to say and make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. How many of you guys feel like people are falling through the cracks, right? When I said you drinking water out of your hands, you're like, that's me. Okay, well, that's why you need a system like Teamzy. So let me jump out and we'll actually jump into Teamzy. Now, first and foremost, I want you guys to understand that I know a lot of you are already using Teamzy, okay? But I just want to say it anyways. If you're not already using Teamzy, go to teamzy.com and start a free trial. It's free for 30 days. We don't ask for a credit card or anything weird. It's just we want you to use it for a full month, create some momentum in your business. Even if you don't have a single dollar in your name, go create some momentum for a free month, and then you'll be happy to join us. Make sense? Okay. Teamzy.com, get your free trial started. Once you've logged into the free trial, it brings you into the setup wizard. The setup wizard makes setting up Teamzy as easy as possible. Most people don't like to use software like this because it's too hard to set up. So we've made this pretty easy, and we'll just kind of walk you through this. There's a little video from me. We'll skip that. Okay. I mean, you don't skip it. I'm going to skip it in the presentation. Okay, got it. First big thing I want you to do in your setup wizard is set an income goal. How much money do you want to be earning in your business a year from now? Okay, what's your goal? And you can just move this little slider up and down, okay? And one thing I want you to notice is these circles tell you what to do daily to hit this goal. So if I slide it up, you can see the amount of activity I have to do goes up, and the same if I go down. So what's your number? If you'd like to make, my goal was 150,000 because that was the income I was trying to replace. Okay, so there's my goal. At $150,000 a year goal, what I need to be doing daily is connecting with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. And when I say every day, I mean 5 days a week. Are you guys with me? Okay. 6 days a week if you're super competitive. That's what I do in my boot camps. I tell them 6 days a week. Let's go for it. Okay, 9, 6, and 4 was my goal. Now, just real quick, if you've already been doing this business for years and you've got a significant income from your Xyngular business, then what you're going to do here is you're going to set a goal for the difference. So if you're already making 150,000 and you want to make 200,000, you only need to set a goal for 50. Make sense? Okay, you guys with me? Once you've got the goal where you need it to be, click continue, and do it shorter than 5 minutes. Unlike me, I got to refresh it. Click continue, and now it sets up Teamzy for you. So that my Teamzy, when we get there in a second, is completely customized to the goals I just set. Now, important concept on setting goals I want you guys to understand. We set that annual goal so we know what to do each day. See, if you want a big business, you have to make a small goal. You have to keep your focus small to build your business big. Does this make sense? People don't know what to do in this business. Teamzy's going to show you what to do every day. You just need to do it. Okay. Next step is we're going to get all your contacts into Teamzy. We're just going to get them all in here, right? You can get your back office, your team, your customers, your Facebook friends, your Instagram followers, your phone contacts, wherever you have contacts, get them all into Teamzy. Why is this so important to get them all into Teamzy? Because we need them in one place organized. No more chasing down pads of paper, notebooks, sticky notes. Oh my gosh, you guys. How are you getting anything done this way? I make fun. Who uses the index card system? Any of those people? There's a better way to do it. You can get them all into Teamzy, one place organized. It lives in the cloud, which means as long as you have your smartphone in your pocket, you can get to your list. You know where you left off. You meet somebody in the supermarket, great. You can put them right into Teamzy. You don't have to write it down on a napkin. You can put them right in. Does this make sense? But something even more exciting than being organized is going to happen when I get into Teamzy. I'll show you in a second. Teamzy does something magical with your list. It creates a prioritized list so you never have to plan or think. Every single day it just says, here's who you're going to connect with today, Eric. It's pretty cool. It takes the thinking out and makes you like the most efficient, well-oiled machine you'll ever see. So we're ready to launch Teamzy. Let's jump in. Here's my Teamzy dashboard. Okay, here's my Teamzy dashboard. Let me just shrink my screen a little bit because it's kind of super wide. I have one of those big Macs not a sandwich, but a big Macintosh computer. So the screen's a little big. All right. So here's my Teamzy dashboard. If you haven't seen it before, this is what it looks like. Okay, I'll give you a quick tour on this, and then we are going to do a power hour together. So first I want to show you today's activities, this little rectangle right here at the top. Today's activities, these are the goals that we set when we set it up. So you can see my goals for today. Remember what I said, guys? Just focus on today. It's the only day you've got. Is to connect with 9 prospects. I've done 0 so far. We'll see that change as we do our power hour together. I need to connect with 6 of my customers today, 4 of my distributors on my team today. Okay. I've also got a goal. And by the way, connects. Let me just clarify what I mean by connects. Just connect to make somebody's day. Okay. Just connect to make somebody's day. Not try to sell them or recruit them. Just to make their day. Okay. I call it the make somebody's day mindset. And you'll find like our Teamzy, all of our Teamzy stuff has the hashtag make someone's day mindset. All you need to do each day is log into Teamzy and focus on making people's day, creating conversations. I'll show you how to do it in a second. But when I say connect with prospects, customers, and distributors, it's just to make their day. The next goal is to share 3 times a day. So my goal is 3 shares. A share, quite simply, is sharing the business opportunity or sharing products with somebody. Okay. So when I do that, I'm going to log that as a share. It's a special type of connect where I've actually shared the business. My goal is to start 19 conversations today, but I'm only going to share 3 times because we share where appropriate. This is how we build advocates and not burn bridges. Okay, we share when appropriate. And we'll talk about that as we get into it a little bit. But one of my favorite analogies is imagine if your spouse walked up to you before you'd ever met and said, "You could really use me in your life. Would you marry me?" Right? That's what it's like when we say, "Hey, taking a look at you, you could really use Xyngular. Would you take a look at it?" Right? We got to have a conversation first. We got to warm up a little, have them out on a date. Okay. Then last goal here is to add new people. Adding new people to Teamzy every day is a great discipline. It keeps your list fresh. It brings fresh water into your business. Okay. All right. So those are my daily activities. Now, right here is my Power Hour module. This is where I do my work. Now, Teamzy is a full-fledged CRM. Some of you know what CRM stands for. It stands for Customer Relationship Management. Okay? So what that means, it's a fancy word for software. It's like an electronic Rolodex. It keeps track of all of your contacts, all their information, notes, conversations, everything's tracked. Okay? And if I wanted to look somebody up, I use this little lookup bar and I can look up anybody. I could jump over to their contact information by clicking on that. And I've got everything, all my notes, all of my conversations with them. I know the name of their dog, everything is in there. Okay, cool. But what the dashboard does, which is really cool, and nobody but Teamzy does this, right, is we create this Power Hour module so that it keeps you focused on just who you need to connect with right now. Okay. So what this does is there's 4 lists on the left. I've got my prospects, my customers, and my distributors, right? I've also got a follow-ups list. Okay, so those are all on the left. And on the right-hand side is where I log the activity as I go so that it's tracked. Okay, we need to track what we do so we know what to do next. Make sense? Okay, so I'll show you how to do this in a second. There's one more thing I want to point out before I jump into actually working on this Power Hour with you. And that's, notice on the left-hand side of everyone's name, there's a number. Okay, see those numbers? This is their star rank. So we rank our relationships. I'm going to jump over to the team page where everybody lives so you can see this. We rank our relationships on a 5-star scale. Very simple. You guys understand this concept because we rate everything on 5 stars these days, right? So we rate our relationships on a 5-star scale. We're not rating people. We're rating the quality of the relationship we have with those people. What the stars do is they allow Teamzy to create a list based on specific priority so that you talk to your best people or your best relationships more often, right? In relationship marketing, you should spend more time with the best people because that's where the best results come from. Make sense? So let me just quickly explain how to do this. When you're first setting up Teamzy, and there's little videos in our help center that show you this. I won't spend too much time on this, but there's a rank mode here where you can turn it on, and you can turn it on for the whole list all at once. And I just want you to go down your list, and everyone's a 3 to start, by the way. So you don't have to rank most people. Most people will stay 3. You're just going to go down and you're going to look for your favorite people and you're going to rank them up to a 4 or maybe up to a 5. And you just change it by clicking, okay, and auto saves. Okay, you with me? Super easy. Now, let me explain to you quickly what these ratings mean. A 5-star, those are your best friends and your closest family. 5-star people are the people you feel are most likely to join your team or become a customer. 5-star people are going to show up on your list first. So they're the first people you talk to in Teamzy, and they're going to show back up every 30 days automatically. They come back every 30 days. They cycle. Okay? 4-star people, these are going to be your friends and family, but not your inner circle. They're also going to be the people you feel are likely to join the team or become customers with a little bit of nurturing. 4-star people are going to come up right after the 5-star people, and they show up every 60 days. 3-star people, you have no idea. Most of your list, 90% of your list will be 3-star people. And they'll show up after the 4 stars and come back every 90 days automatically. Do you guys see how this works? So the more stars you give somebody, they show up sooner and they come back more often. You don't ever have to think, who should I connect with today? Because Teamzy will cycle that list always based on the rankings. And you can change people's ranks all the time. You can just change it anytime, okay, if you want to edit as you go. Make sense? If you're new to Teams and you haven't ranked your list, please go in and just scan the list on the team page and find the people who you like the best and rank them up to 5s and 4s, okay? This will get you so much better results in your first free month. It's like, right outside this window here, I'm in Southern California, I've got a citrus grove here on our property. Some of the trees are completely full of fruit. Some of the trees are kind of like budding. They don't have the fruit yet. Which tree would I go to for fruit? I would go to the tree full of fruit already. And that's like your relationships. The people who already trust you the most are the people you want to go to first and more often while you're nurturing the other relationships. Make sense? Okay, so now we're ready to work. Let me show you how to do this. We're going to start left to right on our power hour. The first person on my list is Jay. I'm going to message Jay. Now, this is where I used to get stuck. What am I going to say? What am I going to say to Jay? Right? How do I start this conversation? And the number one request that we got our first couple years in business was, you make it look so easy, Eric, when you are teaching this, but how do we learn how to say these things that you're saying? So what we did was we built into Teamzy a scripts library for you to use. Now, these aren't these cheesy sales scripts, the kind that kind of gag you a little when you have to say them. These are just icebreakers, simple relationship building scripts. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to click right here on scripts. And I'm just going to grab one for Facebook because I'm going to use Facebook to message Jay. So grab whatever scripts are appropriate. I'll take the first one off the list. Here's how it reads. It reads like this. Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Okay. So copy that script. Again, super simple. I'm going to paste it into Teamzy so that I can edit it and change the name. Add my emoticons. Look, people sometimes say to me, I would never say awesome. I don't talk like that. I do talk like that. So change the words. Say, hope your day is great. I don't care. Just don't rewrite these too much because there's a lot of good psychology there. Okay, so I've got my emoticon, my emojis. I've edited it just the way I want it. Now I like the way this looks. So I'm going to go send this to her. So I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use Facebook. I need to send it to her there. Okay. Just close that for a second. There she is. Look her up. Quick send her a message. Here we go. Paste. Send. Do you see how easy that was? Oh my gosh. So Teamzy told me who to connect with, what to say. Now to finish logging that in Teamzy, select your activity. That was a Facebook message. And then log connect by clicking the blue button that says log connect. Done. So now it's done. Now look up here. I've got one done. This little blue circle is starting to fill in. Okay. I've got 8 to go. Kathy is the next person on my list. I'm just going to use the same script. It's already on my clipboard. Just paste it in there. I change the name. Okay. It's good to go. Now, what I'll do again is I'll copy it. I'll toggle over, message her. However you want to message them. I like Facebook Messenger whenever I can, but maybe a text. However you want to send this message. Okay. So look, I'm going to log this. So pretend we send it. We'll log it. Boom. I've got 2 done. See that blue circle filling in? I'm going to keep working down my list until that circle's all the way completely filled. That means that I finished my goal for prospects for today. Okay. Whatever your number is, when you're done, that circle will be blue. And then you'll just move over to the next list. Now, just get focused on getting the messages out. Okay, some people may respond right away. Don't run off and have the conversation yet. Get all your messages out, okay? And in the beginning, you can just use those scripts over and over and over until you've gone through your whole list, okay? All right, next customer. Next list is customers. First person on my list is Valentine. Now I'm going to message Valentine. Same thing. I'll go to scripts and just grab a script. Okay, super simple. Look, here's some great scripts you can use for customers. By the way, when you check in with customers, you should do it relationally. It doesn't have to be all about business, okay? Something like this. Jane, you're doing so great. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on. Maybe Valentine lost 10 pounds using Xyngular. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Is that a great way to talk about the products without talking about the products? Yeah. Here's another one. I love this one. Checking in on somebody, right? Hi, John. Just how are you enjoying the product? So you put in whatever product mix he's using. How are you enjoying it? Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Okay, just checking in. Here's my favorite one for customers. I won't go through all of them, just a couple. Hi, Jane. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Okay, isn't that cool? Try that one with your favorite customers. You'll be amazed. So look, I pasted that in. Again, you get the idea. Get the right name in there. Okay. Whatever emojis you want to use, you get the idea. And then go send them the message. And then when you log it in Teamzy, again, now you've got a circle that's turning pink on customers. So I'm just going to work my way down my list and connect with my customers till I hit my customer goal. And then when that circle is all the way pink, I'm going to toggle over to distributors. Now, really quick on customers, just want to hit this point for you guys really quick. Connecting with customers. You can raise your hands. How many of you have doing this business for 3 years or more, and you have a significant customer list now, either current or past? So you guys are sitting on a gold mine. And this is a gold mine that's often neglected in our business because we're so focused on turning over the next rock and finding the next person, right? But what I want you guys to understand is these are people who already trust you enough to have bought something from you. You know how hard it is to get somebody to be interested in what you're doing from nothing? And here these people have said, no, I want to buy something. Do you realize how much farther along they are than the other relationships you're working on? They're gold. Okay, so look, here's a couple things I want you guys to know. First off, all your canceled customers are your current, treat them like current customers. So in your mind, they're customers for life. Make sure they're in Teams and start connecting with them. But what will happen is when you're in regular contact with customers, something magical happens. You guys ready for this? If you're just in regular contact with customers, they order more products and they retain longer. Wouldn't that be cool? Order more products and retain longer. One of the things that we always say about Teamzy to promote is we say you can increase your team volume 20% in the first month. Why is that? Because when you're in touch with customers, they order more product and they retain longer. Okay. The other thing is if you're looking for new customers, how many of you guys would like some new customers? Where do you go get new customers? Is there a special place where you can go pick them up? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. The best place in the world to find a new customer is from your current customer. Okay, let me just say it again. The best place to find a new customer is from a current customer because they're already using the products, they're getting great results, they're loving them, right? And what do people do when they're getting great results and loving a product? They tell everybody they know about them. So look, I just want to break this down for you guys. I know you guys are intelligent, but just humor me. Your customers are loving your product. They're telling everyone about your product. The statistic is, I forget what it was. I think it's 83% of people say they make a purchasing decision based on the recommendation of a friend or family member. Those are pretty good odds, right? Those are pretty good odds. So those people they're talking to are very likely to be interested in Xyngular. The question is, are you getting introduced to those people? Are you getting introduced to the people that your customers are talking to? And probably not, especially if you're not in regular contact with your customers. But if you are in regular contact with your customers, just using Teamzy, just staying in touch, it becomes very easy to have a simple conversation like, hey, Eric, I know you're getting great results. I'm so proud of you. You're doing amazing. And I'm sure that you've been excited and told friends and family about Xyngular. Is there anybody you care about? Before I get too busy this month, is there anybody that you care about that I need to get some more information to? Because I want to prioritize your friends and family over everyone else because you mean so much to me. How many light bulbs just went off? And you just ask them, hey, could you introduce me? Just introduce me. Great. Quick group chat, just a group text. Just introduce me to your friend and I'll get them more information. Okay. Now you've been introduced with trust. It's gold. It's gold, you guys. It's gold. Okay. So customers. So you've connected with your customers in your power hour. This circle's pink. Now you're going to connect with your team. The same thing, reaching out to make people's day. Okay. That's why we call it Teamzy, because it's about building your team, right? And people are not motivated by money. They are motivated by relationship. Yeah, people need money. Don't get me wrong. People need money. But people will leave this business because they need money, right? Because they haven't figured out what to do. But they will stay in the business when there's a relationship. So that's why as a team leader, you need to be using Teamzy, connecting with your team, building up those personal relationships. Look, I'll just tell it to you straight. Having a Facebook group or doing live Zoom once a week is not the same as connecting with somebody one-on-one. Those are good things to do, but they need to hear from you. So same thing, I'll go down my list. You can grab scripts from Teamzy. There's some in there that you can send to teammates, but just let them know you're thinking of them. Let them know you're praying for them. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you're proud of them, whatever the case may be. Okay, send a little message to your teammates too. You can even send them one that says, hey, you came up on Teamzy today. How's everything going? You know, once everyone's in Teamzy, they'll understand. I get about 3 of those every day. You came up with my Teamzy today, Eric. I can't tell you what an incredible compliment that is, that people would put me in their Teamzy, meaning that the relationship with me is one that they want to intentionally nurture. That's an incredible compliment, right? Okay, so my first half of my power are prospects, customers, distributors, just connecting, sending out messages, okay, to make people's day. Now, what happens is people now will respond. And when they respond, they're not going to respond with, oh, thanks for reaching out. Here's my checkbook, or here's my credit card. Order me everything. They're just going to respond, thanks for reaching out. That was really nice of you. And so you've achieved your first mission, which is just to make their day in a nice way, non-threatening way. Now you have a chance to start a conversation. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples, but you're going to start conversations with people. Some of those conversations will fizzle out quickly. They're just not going to pick up steam because the relationship isn't there yet. But I want you guys to know that as people come up on Teamzy every several months, and you're having new conversations, reaching out, they will get better. Those conversations will get deeper. Does this make sense? And that's why I want you to start with your 5-star people, because those people will have conversations right away. The people you like and that like you, when you reach out of the blue, they're going to want to talk to you. Okay. So what happens is, let me just give you an example. We messaged my friend Jay, hey, just to help make your day message. She responds, great to hear from you. And now I have a chance to have a conversation with her. So I'm going to just say, well, tell me, it's been forever since we connected, Jay. Tell me what you've been up to. Send me an update. Give me an update on everything that's going on. So she's like, okay. By the way, those are magic words. Send me an update are magic words, you guys. Everyone always says open-ended questions, but just so you guys know, I'm just going to teach you a little tip here. This is free training. Ask open-ended questions, but always tell them how to answer it. Okay? Because otherwise it's really awkward. So what have you been up to? What have you been up to these last 10 years? Send me an update. It's like telling her how to do it so that it's more comfortable, right? When my kids come home from school, I say, how was your day today? Tell me about it. Tell me something good that happened today. So you help people with that. Okay, there's a little tip for you. So she's sending me her update. Oh my gosh, we've been doing this, that, my kids, my husband, my dog, my life, my job, right? And listen, be interested. Listen, be interested. Look for ways in the conversation to help. Okay, that's the goal, is we're looking for a way in the conversation to help her in some way. It may not be related to Xyngular. It might just be that she is having a rough day and needs a friend. Maybe she needs someone to pray with her today. Maybe she needs a recommendation to a new dentist, pediatric dentist, right? This just happened to us recently. I have a 3-year-old. She had some cavities in her teeth. My first kid, we have 4 kids, first one to ever have a cavity. And the dentist said, I don't feel cavities on little ones like that. You need a new dentist for that. So I needed a pediatric dentist. Maybe that's what that's an example. This is a way you could help, right? However you can help. That's the important piece here. But you want to advance that conversation, right? So as you're listening and being interested in her, finding ways to let her know, that you can help her, And what is going to be the most natural thing for me to do in this conversation after she gives me her update? I'm going to give her my update. I'm going to tell her what I'm doing. This is what my kids are into. This is what we've been up to. Oh, did you know that I started my own business? Okay. I don't know if you know that. I left my job 5 years ago and started my own business. It's been amazing. And tell them, okay, guys, are you taking notes? Tell them this. Tell them what you do and why you're passionate about it. Tell them what you do and why you're passionate about it. What is it that you're excited about with Xyngular? Are you excited about helping people lose weight and get healthy? Tell them that. I help people lose weight and get healthy. Are you excited about empowering stay-at-home moms to earn an additional income? Then tell them that. Tell them what you do and why you're passionate about. I started my own business, okay? And this is what I do and why I'm passionate about it. It's so important that they know what you do expertly, okay? For example, I used to say something like, I don't know if you know, it's been a while since we talked, but I recently lost 60 pounds. It was life-changing for me. I mean, everything feels better. I have amazing energy. My knees don't hurt. It was an amazing thing. And it changed my life so much that I've been paying it forward by helping other people do it too. So much so I started my own business to focus on just that. I help people lose weight and get healthy. Right? Tell them what you're doing and why you're passionate about it. It's been the most incredible and rewarding business I've ever done. And it pays the bills, which is great too. Okay. What happens when you share your business this way, you guys? When you share what you do and why you're passionate about it, is 100% of people, their response is, wow, good for you. How many of you wish that everyone had responded to your Xyngular business with, wow, good for you, I'm proud of you, that's great. Right? But when you do it this way, they have to. I'll just tell you guys a quick story just because I'm excited about talking to myself here. One time I was at a party, and it was a neighbor that had just moved into the neighborhood, and so all of the people at the party were strangers to me. So I was a little out of my comfort zone, and I met this man, and we were just chatting, and he asked me about my business, and so I'm trying to explain what Teamzy does, which isn't always easy to explain to people. And I asked him what about him, and he owned his own business too, in-home hospice care service. And I have to tell you guys something. In-home hospice care isn't like, the sexiest, most exciting business ever. Maybe it is to you, but to me, I was like, wow, that's different. But let me tell you, the way he told me about his business, and he shared his passion for helping people and the service that he provides with such incredible love and care. I mean, I was moved. I was like, wow, you're an amazing person. And I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter what your business is. When you share your heart and your passion, and this is what I'm doing to help people, everybody's excited for you. Even the people who are like, oh gosh, is this a network marketing pitch? Okay. So side note, share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Okay. I spent a little too much time. Let me get back to Teamzy to show you how to do this. So I'm talking to Jay. I'm sharing what I'm doing, why I'm passionate about it. She's like really enthusiastic. Wow, Eric, great for you. Now, when people are enthusiastic, always ask them if they'd like to learn more. It's just simple. Jay, hey, Jay, you know what? I mean, this is what I'm doing. And it's great. I know you've got your own thing, but if you'd ever like to learn more about this business that I'm doing, let me know. I'd be happy to share it with you. You'd probably be great at it, right? Just let them know. Ask them if they'd like to learn more. When you say I lost 60 pounds, someone goes, I need that program. I need to lose weight, which, by the way, everyone said just about. Well, if you'd like to learn more about the actual program, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. I just want to, that's not why we're having this conversation, but I'm here to talk to you about it. So when she says, yeah, I'd like to learn more, now we're going to take her to the next step. And let me show you how to do it in Teamzy. Okay. She says, yeah, actually, I have been looking for something and this sounds interesting. Let's talk more. Great. So now let's say I go to coffee with Jay, or I have a Zoom call with Jay. I'd probably be more likely to have a Zoom call with her to talk to her about the business. How would I log this in Teamzy? Let me just show you how to do this real quick, guys, and then we'll do Q&A. So first I'm going to do is, she's not on my dashboard, so I'm going to look her up in Teamzy, okay? So once I'm on her record, I can just hit that connect box. It's just like the dashboard, okay? So let's say we went out, we had a video chat. That's where I would put Zoom. So let's say we did a Zoom, okay? And we talked about the business opportunity, and I'm going to put in here notes from our Zoom, right? Things that we talked about. And on this Zoom, I'm sharing the business opportunity. So see right here in the bottom left where it says share, you click on that, and you put it on business opportunity, and now it's going to log this as a share of business opportunity, not just a regular connect. Make sense? Now, when I put that on share, it turned on and activated the follow-up list. See that little calendar? It automatically put a follow-up for 2 days in the future. Now, you can change that to any day in the future. I'm going to put it for tomorrow. So we're on the Zoom. We're having this great presentation. She says, I need to talk to my spouse. No problem. I tell you what, I'll follow up tomorrow and see if you have any questions. She says, great. Okay. So now I've got that follow-up set. When I log this, it actually added that follow-up to her record. What this did was it moved her off the prospects list, and it temporarily has put her on my follow-ups list. So you see there she is due for tomorrow. So the second half of my power hour is working down my follow-ups list. And after you've been doing Teamzy for a few weeks, you should have that follow-up list pretty full. In the beginning, it'll be completely empty, right? But as you've been having conversations, you're moving those along. Some of those people will be interested. You'll share it, put them on the follow-ups list. Okay. So tomorrow I do my prospects, my customers, my distributors, creating new conversations. And then I work my follow-ups list. I'll see that Jay is due for a follow-up. Let me just show you how to do this really quick, okay? And then I'll teach you just real quick about follow-ups. And then if you have questions, again, start loading them in the Q&A. I'd be happy to take them. So when I do my follow-up, it's just like a regular connect, you guys. You're going to come in here and go to your scripts and get a follow-up script. Okay. So look, I'm going to take number 1. They're numbered in order, by the way. I suggest just go in order for the follow-ups. Follow-up number 1, here's how it reads. It reads like this. Hi, Jane. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Now, by the way, this is a very powerful follow-up script. Make sure that you always tell somebody you're going to follow up and when. Okay, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow. Then when you use this script, it's very powerful because you're not following up to pester. You're following up to complete a promise you made to them. You're actually putting a deposit in the trust account with this person by following through on your word. Does it make sense? Hi, Jay, just checking in like I promised I would. So I got the name changed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and send it to her just like we showed you earlier. Okay, look her up. There she is. I still have her looked up. I'm going to send her this message. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to send her that. Boom, sent. Great. Now I'm going to log this just like a regular connect. However, one thing I want to really point out, this is very important. Before you log connect on a follow-up, set a new follow-up. Okay, so let's say I'll follow up now 2 days in the future. You can leave yourself a note too. I'm going to send her follow-up number 2 next time. Okay, so in 2 days, I'm setting now log it. Always set a new follow-up or else she'll disappear off that follow-ups list. You want to keep her on the follow-ups list. Now, this is really important. I just want to talk to you guys about this really quickly. In 2 days, when she's due again, I'll go into scripts and I'll get follow-up number 2. Okay, I'll get follow-up number 2 and I'll send her the next one. Now, really quick on this. You want to make sure they stay on the follow-ups list for kind of forever until they convert. Okay, they've put their hand up and said, I'm interested in learning more. Please share the business with me. And now you need to be a professional and follow up with them. I'm not talking about annoying people that were like, I'm not interested. Does this make sense? But now Jay is interested. She's excited. And so now I need to follow up. And here's what I want you guys to understand. This is where people blow it. This is why you guys are sitting here listening to me an hour into this presentation, because you need this follow-up system so people don't fall through the cracks, right? But I just want to talk to you really quick about follow-ups. Here's what you need to know. 80% of follow-ups, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. Okay, let me say it again so you can write it down. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. This is why you've had people who are so excited about your business or about your products, and then you're shocked when they don't respond to any of your follow-ups. Have you guys had these people? You're like, I have the best lead, and they're just crickets. Message them, nothing. Message them, nothing. Message them, nothing. Have you guys had those? 80% won't even respond at all to your first 6 follow-ups. It's not because they're not interested, by the way. It's not because they're a jerk. It's not because the economy's bad. It's not because their husband's overbearing. It's not because they don't have money. This is just the way people are. Okay, this is just the way people are. Okay? There's a whole psychology behind it, but I know you don't want to spend all night with me tonight. Here's what I will tell you though. If you truly believe that you can help people, how many of you guys are in this business because you truly believe you want to help people? You want to change lives? Good, you're my people. I'm going to say something controversial, but don't worry, I'll sew it up afterwards. The truth is, Xyngular products, they're not relevant to helping people. and if they never buy them. If they never buy them, they can't help. True? So the products aren't the thing that really gets the transformation happening. It's the follow-ups. Your ability to follow up is what matters the most. This is why I want you to understand something about following up, you guys. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. It's how you love somebody through this process. You let them know, hey, I'm going to follow up, and then do it. Then keep your promise. Because when you don't follow up enough, because they were busy or for whatever reason, they didn't respond the first 3 or 4 times, and you stop following up, you have now communicated to them, I don't care about you. That's not where you want to come from, right? So we want to keep following up. Now, there is a way to follow up so that you're never annoying people, okay? So I'm going to teach it to you right now. You can follow up 10, 15, 20 times, and people will say, thank you so much. You're amazing. They're not going to be annoyed. They're going to love it, okay? And there's just 2 principles to follow. Now, look, if you're using Teamzy, which hopefully you are at this point, you use my scripts. They're numbered 1 through 10. Just send them. They already follow these principles, but I'll teach you the 2 principles right now. And if you do these 2 principles, people will never be annoyed by you. Principle 1, when following up, don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to do anything. Okay? That's it. They don't need to call you. They don't need to respond. They don't need to text you. Nothing. Don't ask anything of them. Okay? Principle number 2, they must be able to read your message without opening it. Okay? They must be able to read your message without opening it. So, 1, it has to be written. They have to be able to read it. It has to be short so they can read the whole thing without opening it. So it can't be more than 2 sentences long. Okay? This is very important. Voice messages, voicemails, oh my gosh. Voicemails are like the most annoying thing on the planet. The only thing that's more annoying than a voicemail is the fact that my telephone rang first. How many of you guys are with me? Times have changed. We used to run to our phone ringing. Now we're like, oh my gosh, who's calling me? So don't do that. It has to be sent in a message, okay? Follow up, always sent in a message. I like Facebook Messenger or text. Those are my 2 favorite ones. But if you connect elsewhere, let's say you connect on Instagram or you connect wherever you connect with people, message them, but they need to be able to get that message on their phone. Here's what happens. I have a great call with Jay, for example. She's excited, and then I message her, and she sees my message. I follow the rules. She looks at my phone. Look, I've got one right here. I've got one on my phone that I can read without opening. It's perfect. She looks at her phone. She gets the message, and she's excited again. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I can't even open that message right now. I'm busy. The dog's throwing up on the baby. I'm trying to make dinner. There's chaos in my house. How many of you guys have chaos in your house from time to time? So she's not going to answer the message right now, so she's not even going to open it. But she got it. A couple days later, I message her again. She's driving her car. She sees it. She thinks of me for a second. She goes on with her day. She means to open it. She means to respond. She just doesn't. Okay? And this happens over time. 20% of the people that you get they'll close. That sale will close in the first 3 days. The other 80% will take longer. They may take a month. They may take a year. You keep them on that follow-ups list and you just stay in touch with them. You just stay in touch with them. Okay? So here's how it works, you guys. Over time, after about 6 or 7 messages, typically you'll get a response. If you're following what I just taught you, you'll get a response, something like, thank you so much for staying in touch. I'm so sorry that I haven't responded. And now you've started the conversation again, right? And you got to keep working it. So your power hours look like this. You just log into Teamzy. It knows what to do. You connect with your prospects according to your goal, send connects to your customers according to your goal, to your team according to your goal, and then follow up on everybody who's doing follow-ups, okay? And in the meantime, you're gonna have conversations with all the people you've started conversations in your power hours. What I recommend you do is maybe what I like to do is do my power hour early in the morning and then set aside a couple of 30-minute blocks during the day where I would go into my messages, sort by unread, and answer all my messages. Make sense? So you can have some great control over your time and not just be crushing all the time. Cool? That's how you do a power hour. That's how you use Teamzy. It's so simple, right? It keeps you so incredibly organized and keeps your focus where it needs to be on serving and loving people and building relationships consistently, okay? So now you can stop drinking that water from your hands. This is like a very fancy, I don't know, what's a fancy way to drink water? One of those backpacks with a little tube. That's Teamzy. All right, I'm going to jump to the Q&A now. Oh, actually, I've got a couple action steps to give you, and then I'm going to jump to the Q&A. See, I've already got a few in the Q&A. If you've got more questions, load them there, okay? I won't be reading the chat to find questions. Put them in the Q&A. Now, real quick, I'm going to give you a couple action steps. Thank you guys for hanging in with me. Hopefully, this was really valuable for you. Couple action steps here. Wait, we already got this. Okay, here we go. First off, if you're not using Teamzy, start using Teamzy. As my kids would say, duh. It's free for 30 days. Go to teamzy.com, start it for free. Scroll down through all the different versions and click the Xyngular. Click Xyngular. Okay. If you're already in your free trial, get your subscription set up so you don't lose access when it shuts down. We are doing something very special for Xyngular right now. Because we're launching with you guys in your new network, you have an opportunity to sign on as founding members in the Xyngular network, which means you're going to get a special rate that you can get grandfathered in forever. It's basically a third off the regular rate, and that is available to you as long as you create a subscription before the end of March. Okay, so Teamzy at the end of your 30-day trial typically is $29.99 a month. That's less than $1 a day to have everything planned for you. Give me a break. It's a no-brainer. Plus, you write it off your taxes. But for Xyngular people, if you sign up before the end of March, it's $19.95 a month, right? You can lock that in forever. You can also go annual, 12 months at a time, save even deeper. It's $198 for the whole 12 months, right? Which brings you down to like, I don't even know, 60 cents a day, something like that. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so go start using Teamzy if you're not. Let your team know about this too. You will get this replay link so they can watch it, or you can find it on our YouTube channel tomorrow. Also, I recommend you get a success partner or 2 success partners to do the 30-day trial with you. If you're already halfway through it, that's fine. Start now. Get somebody to say, let's do this together. Let's hold each other accountable. Share your goals with your success partner. And then what you do is each day, you just take a screenshot of your completed Teamzy dashboard and message it over to your partner. Let me tell you how annoying it is when you've done nothing and you get that message from your partner, right? But annoying is good if it gets you to do something, and it will. If you have a success partner or partners, you could have your best month ever, right? Which is way better than just logging into software and looking at it, not doing anything. And finally, I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. I challenge you guys over the next 5 days, connect with 100 people in Teamzy. Okay, over the next 5 days, use it 5 days in a row, connect with 100 people in Teamzy. 20 a day, just sending messages. Because if you do that, it will blow your mind. You'll be amazed the momentum you can create just with relationships by just being intentional for 5 days. You'll never believe it again when somebody says, I can't get anything going, my network's dead, or you'll never believe yourself because you know you could do this in 5 days. Okay, so the 5-day challenge will change the way you look at your business. Okay. All right, great. Let's get into these key questions. I see you guys loading them up on me. It's okay, I asked for them. Here we go. Jackie says, will you go over the benefits of using tags, please? Okay, that's great. All right, kind of an advanced question, but no problem. So Teamzy has, let me go back into Teamzy. Teamzy has a very simple system for adding tags, right? If you're on the dashboard, you can go to details and you can add tags. Okay, so maybe I would have a tag on Faith that she had ordered an ultimate package, so I would have that tag. Or I might have a tag that she's a veteran, so I know on Veterans Day to send her a message specifically thanking her. I don't know, whatever you might have a tag for. Maybe she came to my event on 2/21. 9/20, right? So she came to an event, maybe I tag her for that. Tags are a simple way for me to store information on somebody's record that allows me to sort lists later. So let me jump over to the team page so you can see this. So every tag that I make creates a list. So everybody, for example, that ever bought an ultimate, I have tagged, and when I click that, it gives me the full list. So tags are a way that you can create lists, which are really, really useful. Because maybe there's a sale on one of these products or a reorder or whatever, and I want to go down this list and let everybody know. Or, I mentioned the example of veterans on Veterans Day. So these lists become really useful. If I have an event invites I want to follow up on, everyone I send an invite to, I tag, and I can use that list. So again, here's the tags on the record where you can add tags. I also highly recommend you tag products. So like I said, let's say Faith bought the ultimate, I would click on sale. that she got an ultimate there and save it. And then I would add the tag also. Make sense? All right. Jackie, by the way, if you want to learn more about tags, there's a full training webinar just on using tags in Teamzy Help Center that's free and that you can watch. Dana says, how do you insert the emojis? Okay, so if you're on your phone, obviously you know how to do that, right? On your phone. On your computer, there's like a keystrokes that you can do to emojis. I use a Mac, so it's Shift Command Space, I think it is, or Control Command Space. Just Google keyboard shortcut for emojis on whatever kind of computer you use, whether it's Windows or Mac, and you'll get the keyboard shortcut for that. But it is life-changing to be able to use it on your computer. It's so cool. Okay, Rocio says, when connecting with customers, if it says 6, but you have, let's say you have 20, are you missing the other 14? Or the following days you eventually get to them? Yeah, Rocio. So if you have 14 customers and your goal is 6, you'll be done connecting with all of them in 3 days. So it's just 6 each day. Okay. So if your goal is 6 customers, you're going to want to crank that goal down probably to 0 or 1 pretty quick, because you'll be done with that list. And then your focus is on prospecting Rocio in the beginning until you have a big customer list. You're going to want to put, I would add 6 over to your prospecting so that you could get more customers on that list, if that makes sense. Okay. Brenda says, my upline encourages us to invite people to our team or testimony business page right away. No relationship work first. What are your thoughts on that? Well, my question is, how successful has that been? How many people have accepted that invitation and joined the team? Probably it's a slim percentage. So I think it's great to invite people to that, but I would have a conversation first. If they said, yeah, I'd like some more information, say, first off, let me add you to this page. You can get some information, and then maybe we can get you to an appointment or on a call, or, bring them along. Does this make sense? But I believe that cold inviting, it damages relationships. Cold inviting damages relationships, even close relationships. You're cashing in on a trust account with a major withdrawal without depositing first. Make sense? So just have a conversation with people, judge their interest level. Make sense? Okay. Brenda, I'm not trying to get you guys in trouble with your uplines. What I'm telling you is this approach works. So what you do is show them, get into Teamzy for 3 or 4 weeks, work the system, show them the results that you're getting, and then it's not going to be an issue. Just say, hey, this is the way I'm doing it. It's more congruent with me. Dana says, how much time do you normally allow between follow-ups? This is so funny. People ask me that all the time. Okay, so I don't have a specific thing, but here's what I would do, Dana. If somebody's showing me really strong interest, I'll follow up the next day, and then I'll follow up maybe 3 days in a row. Okay. After that, I'll start backing them off 2 days, 3 days, 4 days in between, 5 days in between, a week in between. It's kind of like every time I follow up, I add more time. Does that make sense? So over time, those follow-ups get to be spaced out, right? Until they get to be maybe once a month type thing. That's just the way I do it. Okay. However, remember, 20% of people will make that purchase in the first 3. So I make sure to get those first 3 done quickly, again, to honor the interest that they showed. If somebody's interest, Dana, by the way, is lukewarm, then you can start off with a more gentle follow-up. Because if it's lukewarm, then they're just be like, oh my gosh, can we get this recording? It was amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, we're recording it, and we'll blast email it to you guys tomorrow, and you can share it. Plus, it will be posted on the Teamzy YouTube channel. Carrie says, I have a small team with 3 distributors. How do I follow up with them without it being every day? Yeah. So you're not going to follow up with them every day. It's really easy to stay in touch with 3 people. Don't even worry about it, Carrie. I would set that goal to 0 right now in Teamzy and just add 3 to your prospects and just stay in touch with your team. But here's the good news. Now you have a system to help you build a team so that you can build that number up. Okay. Amy says, how do you get the emojis from your laptop? Okay. From your laptop connecting Facebook Messenger. So I already kind of answered that one earlier. So there's a keystroke to it. Let's see. Control Command. Yeah, it's Control Command Space on Mac. And I don't remember what it is on a Windows computer, but you just got to Google that. All right. Can you please show us again how to take a member follow-up and change to sharing business follow-up? Okay. Yeah. You notice I read that as follow up instead of FU. I just figured. Right? We're having some fun, Amy. Okay, so great. So if I'm connecting with Abram, a regular connect, regular connect, I'm logging it here and I'm logging it. Now, but if this was a share, all you do is you click on share on the bottom left and you take it off connect. And let's say it was a share of a product, then I'll click there. And then when I log it, and it's going to set me a follow-up and I log it. So that's how you make it go from a regular connect to a share, is by clicking that share button. Okay, great. As your team grows, should we update our team every month, every week? Yeah, every time you get a new team member, you need to update them in Teamzy. So let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. Okay. Let me get rid of that one. So let's say Othella just became a team member. Okay. What I would do is, now I can quickly change it here on details just by clicking distributor, but I actually want to go to her record, because let's say she becomes a team member. So she bought something, right? So let's say she bought a core, right? Saved. And then I'm going to come over here to member type and click on distributor. That now moves that prospect over to my team, personally sponsored. Okay. If she wasn't in Teamzy for some reason, now most everybody's going to be in Teamzy as a prospect to start, but you can just add them. You just go to Teamzy, hit add contact. Let me show you how to do that too. Every time you meet a new person on Facebook, or you meet a new person at the grocery store or whatever, you're going to come into Teamzy and just click add contact. It's at the top, and add them in. If they're a prospect, great. If they're a distributor, then toggle distributor and add them. Okay. Super easy. Okay. By the way, one of your Teamzy goals is to add 3 people a day. So you're going to feel driven to add people. Magdalena, I signed up yesterday and today it asked for a credit card. I hope, get the 30 days. By the way, I have no success partner. Okay, so it shouldn't have asked for your credit card unless you had maybe signed up 30 days ago and forgot that you did it. So if that's the case, Magdalena, here's what I want you to do. Send an email to support@teamzy.com. You can do it by clicking help in Teamzy. Let me show you. Click help, right? And send them a message and say, can you renew my 30-day free trial? I didn't get to use it. Simple. Okay, Tammy says, is that American prices? Okay, great question, Tammy. The prices are US dollars. So it's $19.95 USD. We only accept payment in US dollars. So if you're in Canada, your credit card company will just convert they'll just convert the dues each month automatically. So you'll see a slight fluctuation in your dues each month because you're in Canadian dollars. Pam says, was this recorded for those of us that missed the beginning? Hi, Pam. Yes, it was. And you guys will all get a copy of that. Elise says, is it better to add individual people if your team is fairly small? Yeah, I mean, if you've only got a few people, just add them individually. It takes 3 seconds to add somebody. But if you've got a list, if you've got a long list, then it's much easier, of course, to do a bulk import. Arlene, how do you sign up for the $19.95? So what you want to do, Arlene, is go into Teamzy.com and get your free trial started. If you're already in a free trial, the way you can get to that, you will get a reminder near the end of your trial. You'll get a little reminder link that pops on your dashboard that says sign up now. But if you want to do it at any time now, what you do is you come into your account, you go to settings right here and go to your settings. And then you're going to go to billing. See billing right here? And once you go to billing, then you can go in. Look, there it is right there. You select what you want, whether you want the $19.95 a month or $198 a year. And when you click select plan, then it'll ask for your credit card and stuff. Okay. If your trial has expired, just so you guys know, if you've already had your trial and expired, this is the page you'll see when you log in. As soon as you set up your payment plan, it'll immediately bring you back into your Teamzy and you'll have all your data right where you left it. Okay. Okay, Elise says, or upload all your Facebook friends. So yeah, I would upload all your Facebook friends. If you go to add contact, like I showed you, and click bulk import, then you can get your Facebook instructions right here on how to, there's actually a video for me on that, on how to get your Facebook friends in, okay? So, but yeah, one of the things I love the most about Teamzy was that it allowed me to put my Facebook friends list in and organize that, structure it. It was awesome. Michelle says, is the follow-up list for just for prospects? I've been adding customers if they're in an 8-day jumpstart and need daily follow-up. So that's fine. You can use the follow-up list for that too. But once you're done with that 8-day jumpstart, Michelle, you don't need to keep setting follow-ups for them. You can just let them flow through the customer list and stay in touch with them there. Okay, Magdalena, do I add all my contacts or do I add my contacts manually? So anything that you have a list for, Magdalena, you should add as a list because it'll take you a lot less time. Okay, so let me just show you guys where to find help on this. Okay, so when you're in Teamzy, right here on the left is the Help Center. See this Help Center? So you can go to Help Center and there's all kinds of things, some instructions like how to import contacts from my back office, how to import contacts from Facebook, right? How to import, and if you go down even more, there's things like how to get your, some of you want to get them out of your phone or get contacts from Instagram. So all these have instructions, right? When you click on these, it's step-by-step instructions on how to do it. Okay, pretty cool. So you can work that, you can take those step-by-step instructions to get all your contacts in. And if you need really, if you find that it's over your head and you really need help with it, what you can do is you can schedule a one-on-one. See right here where it says one-on-one support call? You can click on that and it will actually open up the ability to set a one-on-one Zoom call with my team. And they can walk you through it. Okay, Carmen says, not a question, but an answer. On Windows, you hit Windows plus the period. There you go. That's how you get your emojis, guys. Okay, thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. Isn't Google amazing? It's amazing. Laura says, how do you get friends from your phone downloaded? Okay, so the question on that, let me show you again, Lauren. Laura, I'm sorry, excuse me. Going back to the Help Center. So I'm going to scroll to FAQs. And let's see, where is it? How do I import my phone contacts into Teamzy? There it is. Click. Okay, there's your instructions. Okay. So just follow those instructions. Okay, Rocio says, I got an email, my 30-day trial was ending, or can I see when is my last day? I didn't use it. So Rocio, if you go into Teamzy and you look in that same spot that I just showed where you go to settings and then billing, it'll show you when your trial is up. Okay. Robin, it sounds like you had trouble with your import. Again, Robin, what you need to do is just send us a message, click on this help button and ask the team for help with that import. They'll figure it out and fix it for you. Okay. Pam says, do they know about import backup? Wait, do they know to import back office customers and distributors first before Facebook? It's a good question. So yes, I highly recommend you do it in this order. First your team members, then your customers, then your Facebook friends. Okay? Do it in that order so that you have people in the correct categories. Last question here. Awesome. How do we remove someone as a prospect? For example, a friend of a kid. Example, a friend of a kid. Okay. Okay, so you want to just take them out of Teamzy? So let me just show you how to do that. Let's say Abram came up and he's my 10-year-old's friend. Somehow we're Facebook friends. Just go right here to delete. Delete, he's deleted. If you're on the team page over here, you can click on the trash can. Okay, so we'll get rid of somebody. Let's see. Trash can, do you want to delete them? Yes. Okay, if you delete somebody, just so you guys know, it deletes everything you ever logged with them. It's all gone. Okay. Also, they will not import again. Once you've deleted somebody manually and let's say they're a Facebook friend, you import Facebook again in the future, they won't import again. So Teamzy won't import the same person twice, no matter what. So whether you've deleted them or you've had them in there before, they won't import again. So you can import your Facebook friends list every couple of months and it would only bring the new people over. Okay. Looks like somebody else snuck in one more. This is the last one. Karen says, how close are you to creating code to allow multiple follow-up dates on people? I don't have a date on that, but we actually had a meeting about this today. We're trying to figure out how to do this in a way so it's super simple. So stay tuned on that one, Karen. Okay. Hopefully this was really super beneficial and helpful for y'all. And I know we were on this call a long time, but I appreciate you hanging with me. I really wanted to invest some time into our Xyngular family. We're excited to be working with you guys. Again, this video will be posted on our on our YouTube channel, and we will email the link out to everyone on this call. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so honored to have you as part of our Teamzy family. God bless you all. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.